So guys, check it out. Right now, for the past 2 hours, I think it's been 2 hours, let me check, but I've been running manually the SDR SOP that I've created over the past couple weeks. I've been running it manually, right? And so you can see over here, it's been like 2 hours and 19 minutes. I should probably pause this now since I'm making a video. But yeah, I mean, basically, you can see, sorry for the dirty dishes, the cleaner is coming tomorrow. But yeah, basically, I've been running that, and I guess I'll just pop this in as a documentation for my current thesis on, SOPs. Basically, I did 15 Loom videos back to back, right? Just banging out all these new leads in the CRM. And it's been interesting. It's taken 2 hours. It's roughly taking 6 to 8 minutes, excluding breaks, to send each Loom video. So roughly it will take like 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes to do around 5. And then you need to like take a break after 5 of them. It gets pretty mentally fatigued after that, and it's quite exhausting. Also, my ass starts to hurt sitting on this nice high quality plank of wood. It looks nice, but yeah, I should probably sit in the ergonomic chair upstairs. Anyways, the point is, here's my current thesis for SOPs, and this is just insanely relevant to any CEO or founder looking to create a corporate company. Like guys, this is structure 101, right? If you want to actually run a delegated asset, or a company that you can create into an asset, then this is it, okay? Right now, by running the SOP, an 8-minute SOP 15 times in a row for 2 hours, you get to learn the nuances and you get to see something because your finger is on the pulse, right? And this is really key. Even though I'm not going to be the one running it, right? Obviously not. That's why we're creating it. Well, firstly, it's for me to run. However, for other people to run as well. And so here's the thing. There is 2 objectives with the SOP, or I would say 2 things that you should do to work on an SOP. Let's first start there. So number 1 is you want to increase. So either you can optimize it so it can get better results. In this case, it's an appointment booking SOP for a Loom video. So we record a 2 to 3 minute Loom video to send to a prospect who has basically never heard from us before via cold email, and we're getting them to book a call, right? We're getting them to schedule a strategy session. And basically, there's 2 things to do with this. Number 1, when you're doing it, you actually start to recognize, oh, but I'm wasting time here. Oh, in certain parts, or how am I feeling? You're checking in on all areas, and you basically either got 2 things you can do. Either you're going to add additional steps to the thing, or tweak what you're doing to get better results, right? To increase the amount of people that will convert, per person watching it. You can also increase the people that view the video by improving the copy in the email, right? There's multiple links in the chain, and every single one of them can increase results overall, whatever. It's just a normal pipeline, and it's like a line of constraints, basically. Links in the chain. However, that's one thing you can do. There is a little secret hidden other one, okay, which is very important, which is how much energy is this consuming, right? And I would say for many founders, guys, I'm giving you some fucking gold on this video. Listen to what I'm gonna say. This is gold, okay? Seriously. Most founders are not doing the work themselves. They're not creating the Loom SDR SOP and doing it 15 times for 2 hours, okay? Actually running the loop. And so this is the difference, ladies and gentlemen, is you get to feel what your employees are feeling, okay? It is really important to feel what your team members feel on a daily basis, because most founders are completely disconnected to the work that the team actually does, right? And so they only look at it on one aspect, but there is another one that is completely standing right in front of them, and they're also disconnected from the team, right? If the team starts to complain about things, you can't depict signal from noise. This is a version of signal from noise, right? It's like, how do you know if they're lying or telling the truth? How do you know what they're saying is relevant or irrelevant, right? The only way for you to know that is through experience, right? This is key. This is key. I'm serious, right? So by doing the thing, you start to gain experience and intuition, right? You start to know some of the answers, and you start to have a first-hand view and your finger on the pulse on that actual thing. So in this case, I'm sending 5 videos. It takes me 40 minutes. Okay, it takes 3 minutes to send the video, to record the video, okay? And it takes somehow, I don't even know how, but it takes 5 extra minutes to do all the admin work behind it. And so the thing is, like, after 40 minutes, sending 5 videos, now granted, that's still like super efficient. That is, I mean, that's like, if you work on that for 4 hours, you know, you can do like 7 to 8 videos in 1 hour. Over 4 hours is like 28 videos. It's pretty damn good, okay? And that includes some breaks. So that's not bad. However, I'm still mentally fatigued after 5 videos, okay? Especially if the pipeline's a little bit behind, right? What if like 3, 4, 5 people reply at the same time in the same 10, 15 minute span, and your goal is to get to them as fast as possible? Well, it's still gonna take 30 minutes for the 4th person to get the reply, right? Or the 5th person to get the reply. So it's this other half that is holding you back, okay? And I'm serious, this is such a huge optimization leg to work on, right? Which is like, either you can increase the results of the action, or you can decrease the amount of effort it takes to create the action in the first place, to take the action, right? And ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, it is about cause and effect, right? One of life's laws is cause and effect. What you put in, you get out, right? And majority of sales is volume, because people just drastically underestimate how much volume they need to do, and they just don't take that enough action, right? They don't take that action. So that extent or level of that action, right? So basically, yeah, this is a big factor to consider, right? Which like, and the thing is, what will create the bigger outcome? Being able to send more videos, or being able to make the videos more powerful? I would say in this case, for sure, if we can send twice the amount of videos, take twice the amount of actions, nurture twice the amount of leads in the same time, it's much easier to do that than to create twice the effect on the call, on the video and the outreach. Maybe not super easier, right? Because you can create twice the effect and twice the impact per action, but that's based on a dramatically different case study or input, right? Which will not happen overnight unless you're dramatically underestimating your offer, in which case do that first, right? But in our case, our offer is already dialed in. We've already worked on it. We've spent hundreds of hours dialing in our offer, right? So we don't need to do that anymore. Like, we won't get as big of an ROI, and it's not as much of a constraint as it is wasting time on admin between each SOP loop, right? So yeah, but I hope that makes sense. I mean, so definitely, if you're ever working on SOPs, you have to work on both sides, and that these are the 2 ways on how you can update your SOP loops. Is definitely take a look at how much effort it is exerting from the people doing it, and if you don't know, do it yourself, right? That's key, at least for 20 to 30 times. And like I'm saying, like I've done 15. I really do have a feeling for it, but I don't have too clear of a feeling. I have about a 70% feeling. Really what I want to do is 20 to 30 actions and then make an iteration, right? And this goes for anything. Like if you want to, let's say you haven't started a sales process yet, and you don't have a sales script. Don't try to create one from scratch. Just like, sorry, not from scratch. Don't try to create one immediately if you haven't even taken any action yet. It's like, do 20 to 30 calls, like attend 20 to 30 calls. I'm telling you now, if you attend 20 sales calls, okay, and you just wing them. After 20 calls, you will be able to create a script. That's exactly how I did it, right? And it's a really good thing to do that. Like, it's not anything weird or salesy to create a script. No, it's like you want to reduce the amount of energy exerted each time you take that action, right? And so it's like, why would you want to? Because like, I don't know, a lot of people like look down at a script. It's like, dude, a script is not for even the next person to do. It's for yourself. Like, do you really want to think about everything hundreds of times over and over again? Like, that is the definition of low leverage. So just think about that, right? You need the script for yourself. That is the SOP. At least the part that when you like enter the call, that is the SOP for that, right? And then you have SOPs around the script as well. So on our side, we have an internal closer script, closer SOP. And then within the SOP, we have multiple things, right? The peak state protocol for before the call starts, and it's step by step, right? Step 1, 10 minutes before the call starts. Confirm you have a tech check, right? Confirm your camera and mic is working. Okay, cool. Step 2 within that, right? And within phase 1, open the peak state protocol. It's a 2-minute thing you read through, and it's got 4 different exercises within that to get your state high. And it's not fake, right? I can go on forever about this, guys. Let me know if you want another video discussing the peak state protocol. I'll go through that, but it's really powerful. And the reason why it's powerful is it shows you your truths, and so it has to be personally designed for your situation. I don't want to get too detailed about it right now, but basically it's like, I know what I want to achieve, right? I know what the company needs to be like in the next couple of years. And so I'm attaching the truths of the future into the present, right? And so it's like future pacing. And that becomes real. You're not telling yourself some fugazi nonsense that some AI generated for you. No, you sit down for a couple of hours and you bang it out, and you literally put out your truths, right? What does your future look like? What does your present look like? Maybe your present, a lot of people don't even realize what they have in front of them. They don't even realize the results they have, right? And so they're like underestimating their own convictions. Their convictions should be higher, but it's because they don't remind themselves of their own truths and their own past and present results, that their convictions are lower than they should be, right? And so one great way to get confidence is just remind yourself and show yourself what you've already done, right? Experience creates conviction. Always remember that. And so that's what the peak state protocol is for. Tony Robbins talks a lot about peak state. If you go to any one of his events, I've attended multiple Tony Robbins events, Business Mastery, Date with Destiny, UPW, Unleash the Power Within, multiples of them, right? And one of Tony Robbins' main things that he focuses on teaching people is your state. You have to be able to control your state, because your state is one of the highest levers any person can focus on. I know I talk about levers a lot, and I always usually say, it's one of the highest levers, but they're all true, right? It just depends how high. But for sure, like in your personal life and energy wise, your state really is like top 2, I would say. probably number 1, because state also correlates with the hierarchy of frequencies, right? Your vibrational frequencies, like, a peak state is like, one of the ones right at the top of the pyramid. If you're in a low vibrational frequency, that means that your state is low. Okay, so when Tony is talking about a peak state, he's talking about raising your frequency higher on that hierarchy, right? And it works. And as far as I remember, Jordan Belfort, when I studied his straight line persuasion program, right? His whole straight line persuasion technique talks a lot about your state as well, and also anchoring, right? And in the peak state protocol, there's an anchoring process as well. And Jordan also talks about this, but yeah, it's very interesting, but it works, right? So anyways, I don't want to go on a tangent that's off topic about SOPs, but yeah, I mean, the peak state protocol is a sub SOP in the closer SOP, right? And so anyways, tonight I'm working on the SDR SOP. I'm currently in Malaysia, and that is why I'm working in the evening, because we're like 12 hours difference from EST times, New York time, right? But we got beautiful views outside, so there is no complaints. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful, guys. Look, if you need one-on-one help, book a time on my calendar, man. It's down below in the link in the description. Book a time. Let me know what you need help with. Discuss with either me or my team at Acquirely. And yeah, looking forward to speaking to you guys. And I hope you found value in this video. If you did, make sure to smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.